Hey guys, it's Melissa Rivers, and just for a few minutes every week, I invite you inside my group text. Every episode, we tackle everything from red carpet fashion and binge-worthy reboots to the joys and, of course, surprising realities of being an empty nester. But the real fun is who I'm chatting with. We've laughed with Bianca Del Rio, dishing on Dragon fame.
And usually I say, if I'm thinking it, someone else is thinking it.
We've heard heartfelt stories with Sarah Drew from Grey's Anatomy.
We have been anxious for 2.5 years, and so have our children.
We've gotten real with Sheena Shea on life after Vanderpump Rules.
That was the chapter about my husband having an affair when I was pregnant.
We've broken down reality TV drama with, Gina Kirschenheiter.
If you're a newbie, you shouldn't be talking. Who are you? And I didn't understand that.
These are the kind of conversations that feel like they come right from your own text. Authentic, unexpected, and full of heart. So if you love reality TV, Hollywood, and pop culture with a touch of personality thrown in, join my group text by subscribing now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you tune in. I'll save you a spot.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hi, Shantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Our little mommy. Mamacita.
I'm in my mom era.
Shantel is officially a mom to a healthy, beautiful baby girl. And before you tell us your birth story and just everything about it, I just want you guys to know that on our last episode, Shantel literally her water broke. She didn't want me to say her water broke. For some reason, she was like, don't say that on this episode. I don't want people to think like I'm doing this podcast and my water broke. And she really was like, I don't want to go to the hospital until like I'm feeling like crazy contractions. Like I'd rather just be comfortable at my house. And she's like, do not tell people that my water broke. But she was having contractions the entire time. Like during that episode, I could see her muting the podcast. Like I could see her muting herself. And like women are just badass. Like you were so fucking badass that you were contracting so heavily, your water had broke, and you're sitting there recording a podcast before you go to the hospital. And you are just like fucking incredible.
I just knew that like because it was early, so I knew I was like, wait, like we didn't plan for this, and like usually like Roxanne and I don't record on the weekends. Like Monday or Tuesdays are our day to kind of get like at least one in, and then like I was like, if I'm gonna have a baby today, like I am not gonna be able to record. Let me just do this, and I was like, it'll be a good distraction. But you guys, like I need to listen back to it because I remember I was literally sitting on a toilet naked, and I'm contracting, and I'm like, I need to see if I can like pick up on when I was like muting and like when I was not, and like how I was talking. But like now that I think about it, like that is crazy because we recorded that at 12 o'clock. I had my baby at 6 o'clock. So like 5 hours later.
So crazy.
I know.
Like
so we need to,
go
back.
After that, we hang up and I'm like, are you going to go to the hospital? And you're like, not yet. And then I literally fucking find out you're pushing. And I'm like, wait, what? And I have Chantel's location. Thank God, she gave me that. And like her husband's like very dry with all of us. Like he was just like, so I call him because apparently mom.
He was very like, he was so nervous. So like, he was probably not even on his phone. He probably didn't even know what was happening. Like he's just listening to me, So like, it was like a movie to him. It was so crazy for him to even like, I don't think he even had time to think about like, oh, let me like text people.
Well, tell us what happened after you stopped recording that podcast episode.
Well, like from start to finish. So like, I do want to preface, like, you guys know that I really wanted an unmedicated labor. My reasons is just because I feel like we were born this way. Like, why not? Let's do it. And I prepped a lot. Like, it's not just like, I'm like, oh, let me see what happened. Let me see what will happen. Like I read so many books. Me and my husband did a hypnobirthing class. Like there's so much that went into it. So like a lot of it. And like, but I also knew to myself, I was like, don't put the pressure on yourself. It's fine if you don't. Like, I've seen you go into labor. I've seen my sister go into labor. Like I've seen it. And I know that it can, and people like always tell you like, oh, it's painful. Like there's no way. Like I've gotten so much of that too. Like, oh, just wait. But I prepped myself. So I was like, okay, this is, and I got a doula too, you guys. So like, I was there in my mindset for it. I always knew I was going to do a lot at home. So the day before we were watching the Lions, it was Sunday, I started getting my first contraction. So that was like 6 p.m. So altogether, my labor was 24 hours. And I think people think my labor was so fast, but I was feeling contractions at 6 p.m. the day before. They were just very mild. There was like cramps. And I think, when did I text you? Did I text you like at 10 o'clock that night saying like I was crampy today? Or did I just text you at 2 a.m. that night?
You texted me at like 10. We were talking from like 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then we both went to sleep. And then you texted me like at 4 a.m. And
okay. That whole night I was contracting still.
You knew.
Yes. But you hear these stories about like at nighttime, like I read also, like when I was prepping for this, like I probably read about, like, I'm not joking, and heard about like 100 birth stories. Like there's a really good book called Ina May, The Childbirth. I'll tell you guys other stuff that I did. But like I read so many stories about people like having prodromal labor where you at nighttime you start getting contractions, and then in the morning time comes, like it's gone. So like I just kept saying like there's no way. Like I was in denial. Like I was in denial fashion, but I was contracting all night. I got in the tub halfway through the night. I'm telling my husband, and he's just like thinking like me, like, no, there's no way. And throughout the whole night I'm contracting, and they were like about 10 minutes apart. So I'm feeling them, but again, I can handle them. Then in the morning, I'm calling Roxanne. I was like, oh, I didn't go into work, but I was like walking outside, and I was like talking to you and your husband on the phone. And I'm just like walking back and forth. And I was like, I feel like they stopped a little bit, but then they didn't stop. They just were like they were coming closer together, but they were like faster. It was like 20 seconds. So I was like, dude, I'm not going to go into birth today. Then my water does break at 12 o'clock that day. And me and Roxanne do a podcast. Once my water broke, things did definitely start picking up, but I still stayed home. I texted my doula. My doula was just like, you're a first time mom. She just felt that like maybe, like I was still not going to go into labor for another like 20 hours or something. But I, again, get in the bathtub. I'm doing a lot at home. Things get really bad, like at this point where I'm just like, I don't know if I can handle this. I can't breathe through them anymore. I'm trying to do all my practices. I'm like doing horse flips. I'm literally acting like an animal at one point. And then it was like 3 o'clock, I think it was. Yeah. So from 12 to 3, I finally looked at my husband. I was like, I think we need to go. Like, let's get our bags. Let's go. You guys, I had my bags packed, but I didn't have like my deodorant and like makeup and things like that, because I thought I would have time to pack that when I knew it was time to go. I just had like pajamas and those things that you see online, like people say to bring to the hospital. And I didn't even grab my purse. Like I didn't even have my ID. I didn't even have cash on me. I didn't grab anything because it got to a point where I was in so much pain that I literally just ran to my car and was like, we need to go. We need to go. I also threw up at home, which was another sign for me that I was like, okay, I think this is progressing. Before we got to the hospital, I told my husband, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to get the epidural. I can't do this. He's like, no, you got this. I was like, no, I'm not like, this is.
I didn't know I didn't know that.
Yes. I was like, but then I said to him, oh, like, because you do get moments of like, obviously where there's no pain, but they were coming so fast that in the moments of no pain, I was like, okay, but if I'm only like less than 5, I'm getting it. But if I'm over 5, I won't get it. But then like, I would get the pain again. I'm like, I'm getting it. Like I was crazy. Like I was in a different world in the car. I don't even know what happened in the car. I don't know how I was sitting in the car. I was like, and the hospital was only 10 minutes from my house, and it felt like an hour car ride. We get to the hospital. You guys, there's a girl at triage. I don't know who the hell this girl was. She's literally hearing me, like hearing me in pain, and is like taking her sweetest time with the person in front of them. This person in front of them is not in labor. I don't know who the person in front of me was, but they were not in labor. They were maybe getting induced that day. She was not in labor though. And it's like, if you see someone like coming in, like clutching, like I was on the floor, you guys, I was on the floor, and like there was a waiting room with parents. They're all looking at me concerned. I just remember their faces staring at me. I'm on the floor. Finally, a nurse, I think, grabs me and is like, we're not waiting for her to get checked in at triage, because this girl at triage was taking her sweetest time. And so I go in the back without my husband. And so like he's still checking me in at triage because this girl was taking her time. I don't know what was going on here. And when they check me, they tell me I'm 8 centimeters. And so once that happens, all of a sudden I'm like, tell my husband, like get my husband. And I was like, you need to text my doula, because again, I hired a doula. And at that point, like, what is the doula going to do for me if I'm already like almost ready? And I was like, get my husband. And so he has no idea what's going on. Like again, like I've been telling him like, oh, I don't think I'm in labor. So he didn't even know what was going to happen. And he comes back and he sees like 5 nurses surrounding my cart. They're rushing me. They're all running down, like down the hallway to get me to a room. And he still doesn't know what's happening. And I think I finally tell him like, I'm 8 centimeters, text my doula. And then like we get to a room, and then like, I think an hour later, I pushed for an hour, which is like, for first time moms, they say that's really good, but I seen Roxanne and seen my sister and they pushed within 15 minutes. So like, I don't know, but pushing felt really good to me. Like it didn't feel, that felt better to me than even contractions. So I didn't even mind the pushing part. I was like, it just felt so much better for me. And then I pushed within an hour and I had my baby at 6:06.
I was talking, which we were so scared about the 666.
It was 6:06. And then someone, like, I think me and my husband said something too about that. And then like someone, like one of the nurses were so sweet, or I think it was my doula. I don't know. She like,
Yeah, it was your doula.
yeah, she pulled up like what six, like the angel numbers of 666 means, and like was trying to tell me significance of it. So it was really nice. And like one of them did say like rebirth or like motherhood or something. So yeah, it was definitely a very, 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 like it felt fast, but I was in labor for almost 24 hours if you think about it. But like that time of like me saying to myself, okay, let me go to the hospital, was just like, I think I was there for 2 hours only.
So crazy. Like from my perspective, is like literally at 4:00, I call your husband and he does pick up. My mom, I don't know how of all people, my mom knew this. And cause we have a cousin chat with all the girls, all our first cousins. And they like say that Chantel's like in labor, and I call, and I guess it all came from my mom, which I don't understand how she knew.
I don't know either, because like I texted you guys saying my water broke, but I never texted anybody that I'm going to the hospital because it gonna happen so fast. So like you guys, my poor mom did not know I was in labor. Like I didn't tell my mom my water broke because I had last talked to her, I think before that happened. And I did tell her, like, I think I'm going to maybe go today or tomorrow. And she's like, 4, and you guys, and the way that they are is like, if we cut her finger, they're like, go to the hospital. So like every second she just kept saying to me, go to the hospital. She doesn't understand that I had like a plan. She didn't understand it. She didn't get it. She just kept saying, go to the hospital. So like, I didn't even want to tell her that my water broke because I knew if I told her, she was going to freak out and just keep like pressuring me to go. And even your mom texted me, like, I think around like one, like, stupid, go to the hospital. Everyone just kept saying go to the hospital, but like, they just didn't understand it though.
They said my mom spoke to Val, but I don't know how true that is. And so I called him and he answered, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what's happening with Shantel? And he's like, she's at 9. I'm like, at 9? I was like, are you joking? Like, is this a joke? Like, I just did a podcast with her. Like, are you sure? Like 9? What? Like, he's like, yeah, she's at 9 and she's pushing. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then he's like, all right, bye. Like, when he hangs up, obviously. And I like look at my husband and I'm like, Chantel's at 9. Like, and my husband was on the phone with Shantel for 20 minutes this morning, or that morning. So he's like, no, she's not. Like, it's going to take a while. You know how long it takes. I'm like, when you're at 9, like the baby's coming. Like whenever the doctor told me like I was at 9, like the baby came 2 seconds later. Like, no, like she's about to have this baby. So I'm like, I'm leaving. Like I am leaving. I'm going to the hospital. I'm leaving. And literally I went to Michael's because like, Party City's all closed down, and Michael's now does balloons. Side note, if you guys didn't know. And I got like a bunch of those like balloons you get from Michael's, and I got like a champagne balloon, which I was very popular when I walked in the hospital with that like champagne balloon. It was like those big versions of like champagne, like, like the bottles. And I went, and right as I left Michael's, they said she had the baby. And so I text Val and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is everything okay? Like, did she have the baby? Like, are you good? Just to like double check. And he's like, baby's here. And I was like, okay, like with his dry ass. Like, I just,
okay. Yeah. He just had a baby too, So like, it was funny because I don't know. My doula also said that she saw our phones and like the way that they were blowing up. She's like, I just took them and hid them because she just knew, like, that was the one thing about having a doula is like, she just wanted us to be in the moment. And like, you do feel bad. It's like, you want to update people, but also it's like, it's the moment. Like you're never going to get this moment back. So it's like not about anyone. It's like, just soak it in, and like try to just focus on what's happening.
There was a picture of Shantel literally shitting out this baby. That doula took every single picture that you could think of. And Shantel was
I'm just on hands and knees and like, I'm doing it. And so,
on hands and knees. So it was like the most wild thing. But like, I guess like that's the way that you're supposed to give birth, and we all do it laying down. And it obviously makes so much sense that you're literally like, an
animal. You guys, we really are like, we're mammals at the end of the day. Like the way we feed our babies, the way we do all these things, and like so much, like the reason when you do get into like going, try to go more natural, you start to see like this is something that we've been doing at the, like when Earth started. It's like, it's the one thing that we all can do, that we all like our bodies are designed to do. Does it mean that you have to? No, I think at the end of the day, healthy baby, healthy labor is all that matters. And like whatever you can handle, whatever you can do, whatever you want, that's up to you. And like you should do it that way. But when you do truly think about how our bodies are designed, like we aren't an animal at the end of the day. Like and then if you go see how like horses or anybody gives birth, they're always in quiet. It's not like a hospital moment. Like you don't have strangers all around you, you know, like all those things affect you. And it was so nice because in my room, it was just like 2 people. And it was just like, it was very, very, very calm. Like I had such a positive experience and it was just so calm that like, I didn't feel like there was a threat to me at that time. Like all I could just focus on was getting the baby out.
Yeah. We were like waiting. I went in the room and her in-laws were there. And we were just like waiting for them to say, like, come in, which is so overwhelming for them. Like, we're such selfish people because we're like, oh my gosh, you know.
But I made them wait an hour because like they call it the golden hour. So like we had the baby for an hour, which was really nice. We still didn't have a name at the time. And yeah, like, and I know you guys have been on the ride with us with naming the baby because we literally didn't even have the name, but it was at the time, it was in between Danny and Ruby. It actually wasn't even between Danny or Ruby. Like we had Danny in there. There was like a few other names, but we ended up naming her Danny because my husband's grandpa is named Daniel, and my husband was really like close with his grandpa, and we ended up having the baby on the same day that his grandpa died 5 years ago. So it was just another sign for us. And I was like, it needs to be Danny. Like, I was like, I think it needs to be. And so that's how we got the name. And it's funny because Roxanne's dad's name, it's not his real dad. It's not his real name.
No,
like,
it's his legal name.
I know now it is. But like, you know, like foreigners have like, you know, like his real name is like, should I say his real name? I don't know. Like it's like, let's say it's like Mukhlis or something. People will call them Mike now. And so even my dad's real name is Joseph, but like we call him Joseph. Like Americans call him, like he'll say my name is Joe or Joseph. And so Roxanne's American name was Danny. It didn't go to his real name. And so he ended up changing it. So it is so funny that like I have a daughter that's your dad's name. And have you even told him yet?
I know you texted me. You're like, have you told him? I'm like, no, I haven't, which I will. I will today. It's been so crazy for like me the last couple of days. So I haven't had a chance, but I will tell him. But when I like went into the hospital room and I saw it, like I immediately went to Shantel and I just like, we don't hug each other. And I was like, should I give her a hug? She's going to be like grossed out with me giving her a hug. But I just wanted to like see how she was doing. And just like, I went straight to her, not the baby. Cause I was like, dude, like she just fucking had a baby. She just did a podcast like with contractions, which when I told your mother-in-law that, she was like shook that you like recorded a few hours before. And you looked,
funny.
you
were like, yeah, you were like to me, I don't like seeing you like this. And I'm like, oh, I think I almost started crying when you said that. I was like, why? I was like, it was just like so overwhelming because like I'm literally in a hospital bed. But like it was funny because I'm in a room that like you guys did not get labored in at all. So like my room was like, explain it. Like,
she was
it
in
was like a hotel room.
She was in a suite. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because my room was the scariest thing that you could possibly think of. But she was in like the center of like natural birthing. And I'm like, okay, what? This is like, why are we discriminating against epidurals and natural birthing? Like, what? And my room was so garbage. And hers was like this like king size bed. It looked like I was walking into a hotel room, and everything was updated and beautiful and huge, and bathtubs and showers and all this stuff. And I'm just like, and updated, everything's updated, like 2 different like sinks, like just everything. And she got to stay in that room, which like the room I gave birth in was like decent, nothing like that, decent. But then they take me to the nastiest room after. And that's why I like run to get out of that hospital, because it's so like, it's not what I want to be in. I'd rather just be at home. But yours, I'd want to be there for weeks.
No, I know. I never felt that. I never felt the, like where you're like, I mean, I was only there for 24 hours, you guys, but I never felt like, oh, like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. It was because it was really nice. Like even my husband, I was like, you did not experience what other husbands, because you know, like you hear like you see those memes on Instagram where the husband's like, my back hurts. And like the wife wants to hit him because like he had to sleep on a chair or something. My husband like got to sleep in the bed with me. He said that he had a better sleep in that bed than our own bed at home. And I'm like, get out of here.
So crazy, dude. Yeah, I was definitely jealous. So how has it been now that Danny is home? It sounds like you do have a lot of guests, like, you know, because in the Chaldean world, like with your first kid, people are coming every like minute of the day to see you and the child.
Yeah, I mean, it was overwhelming the first couple of days, but then on I think it was Thursday, I didn't let anyone come over. I like not that I had like so many people say, "Hey, can I come over?" But like I just like ignored people that day kind of, and I was like, I just need a day with just like me and her because like my husband went to work that day too, and I was like, I just need a day just to like figure out like our schedule a little bit, and like that was so nice. And even yesterday, I think yesterday some of the aunts came, but they really only came for like an hour, which was nice too. Like some people, that's the thing. It's like guys should know that you can come over, but like also leave. Like don't stay 3 hours. Like that's not nice to like stay that long because it's like you have to feed the baby. Like it just like come for an hour and a half and then yeah, an hour and a half and then like leave and then just, like bye, nice seeing you. But it has been fine. Like, and she's a really good baby so far. I think like she does have a witching hour that we're starting to see like from like 9 to 12. Like she just acts like a different child. Like the last 2 nights, like she literally acts like a different kid. And I'm like, who is this girl? But so far she has been really good and gives me like 3-hour stretches. So
I was happy to hear that you called someone to get your hair blow dried.
Oh yeah, you guys, I have my blow dry girl and I made her come literally yesterday morning. It was like at 8 a.m. She came before she went to her job and she blow dried my hair.
And didn't you feel so much better?
So much better.
Yeah, it really makes a difference. Like you were like Curly Sue before that.
Oh yeah, and like I was doing weekly blow dries up until my labor to like make sure my hair was like at least decent, and like that was out the window. Like I went in the shower that day, like I was giving birth, I did not give a shit. Like you really don't care. Like people who really can like get themselves together, I give them props. But like I did not care. And even when I was in the hospital, like I said, I didn't even pack makeup because I thought I was gonna be able to do that. I think I had one. Oh, you guys, it's so funny because Roxanne and I are so into our lip glosses. Like that was one thing I grabbed before we left the yeah. Like I was like, find me my my lip gloss. Like I just hate having dry lips. And I was like, find me my lip gloss. And I grabbed it and I put it in my zip up, but then I lost my zip up throughout that whole process. So I didn't even know where that was, but I remember grabbing it, which is funny.
Oh my gosh. And okay, we also fear like when people have white from their lip gloss. And I saw Shantel and she was like, you have white on your lips. And I was like, oh my gosh. Immediately, Shantel, when I went home, I Googled like the best like lip gloss, the best chapstick that is like, has like peptide in it that will not allow that to happen. And I ordered like 2 from Sephora and then my TikTok obviously heard us because it was like this woman with 700 different kinds and she like reviewed all of them for us. And I was like, thank God for this woman.
Okay, so which one did you order?
Yeah, let me tell you, they did say, I know for sure, but I didn't order this. They did say, and this could be controversial, but they said the Hailey Bieber peptide one is actually one of the best. But I did hear like her shit is good, even though it's Hailey. Like I did
love
hear.
It. I have them. Yeah, I bought like a year and a half ago. That one was in Sephora. I had 4 colors, and like 2 of the colors that I have, like I've never had an experience, like never had a weird experience. But like they're more like when I go out though, I use them, like not like during the day. So like unless I never got like her clear ones, like I would like to try those. But I got the ones that more have like a tint to them. So like I would only wear them when I'm like doing my makeup for the day, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, that's so interesting. So the one that she said that was the best, and I like started looking it up too, it's called EADEM, EADEM, and it's a softening peptide lip balm. And like it has like amazing reviews. It's an exfoliating to moisturizing lip balm with AHA plus peptides to smooth ashy, flaky skin, reduce lip wrinkles, and lock in moisture with a glossy finish. I'm also a very parched female. Like I don't drink water. Shantel destroys water bottles. What I mean is like she drinks the water and that water bottle becomes destroyed because first off, it's very aggressive and it's very concerning and it's not a ladylike thing to do. He drinks so fast that the water, what happens? It crumbles and becomes like we're always looking at her like, don't do that. Like, just stop. What
like
is
water
that?
enters my mouth. I just like, it's like a whole new world.
The fish. So like, yeah, like for me, like I have more like of the dry lips. Like she doesn't. She has very like luscious. She drinks a lot of water. So yeah, because I don't, I'm like, okay, what's the alternate? The other one that they said was it's called and I guess like don't get it from Sephora because you can get it from TJ Maxx, but I got it from Sephora because I'm like, I'm not fucking going to TJ Maxx right now. But it's called Ole Henriksen.
Oh, I have that one.
Oh, do you like it?
I do. I got that one. I got like a tinted one too, and like the tinted one I got was like the flavor bothers me. It tastes like popcorn, like when I put it on, but I do like it. I know. So like it's not my favorite. Like I don't. I think I leave that one in my car. So like obviously if I like I'm going somewhere and I forgot, like it's in my car at all times. But it has like this popcorn like buttery taste. So it's not my favorite, but it is good. Like I feel like I have never seen like white happen. I think you'll like it, but maybe just like a different flavor. My friend Sam told me about that one, and she's like us. She like loves she loves lip glosses too, and so she recommended that one, and it was good.
This one has even more better reviews, and like
it is better than Summer Fridays. It's just the taste
Summer
bothers
Fridays
me.
is like whatever. I mean, it's good, but I don't feel like it's like for what we want. And actually, because like I gave Shantel like some of my clothes, and because like anytime like we get rid of stuff, we'll give it to each other. And Shantel fucking texted me literally like, I think it was the day she gave birth or something like that morning or the day before. And she was like, yes, I'm so happy. One of your clothes that you gave me had the Summer Friday in the pocket. And she's like, so now I have the Summer Friday. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah. And it was like almost like it was halfway. Like it was not like, it's not like it was done. It was like halfway there.
So mad because these are so expensive, dude. So I'm like, so mad. But like that woman on TikTok that reviewed Chantel, she had every single one. She was not like the influencer. Like, no, like she was like real as fuck. Like she was really cool. She said that one was number 1 and then Ole was number 2. And then the Hailey Bieber was number 3.
Okay. I want to try the first one that you said. So we'll see. I'll probably order it.
So yeah, there's that. But I'm actually going to visit Shantel today. And I know the rules. Like she said, you better stay an hour, bitch, and leave, which like I would, because like my kids are obnoxious and stuff. So like they're so excited about Danny. They're so excited. They didn't understand. They were like, because Jack is obsessed with like Danny Go Go, like that show. So he's like, Danny Go. And they were like, oh my gosh, like Danny. But now they're like, now they're like, oh my gosh, baby Danny and Danny, like we can't wait to see our new cousin. And Charlie keeps like going to Elle and going to everyone. She's like, are we gonna meet our new baby cousin?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for them to see her.
Super cute. And then I threatened Sloan today because she found candy because we had our trunk or treat, which was crazy. Like 3 weeks early. It was the most stressful time of my life. And our school trunk or treat. So she found candy today and she like literally had 10 in her room. She was like quiet in her room. I went in there and there was there. And I said, you're not coming to Chantel's. And so now every second she's like, am I going to Chantel's? Is it Danny?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for them to see her. I think my other sister's coming with my niece too. So like them 3, like really Charlie, Sloan, and Marnie. I'm just so excited for them to see the baby.
Yeah, no, we are so excited. And my husband's like so excited.
Oh yeah, I know. And then has he went to our store yet? Because he's gonna have to go to that. I think Val's gonna make him.
Yeah, no, I will totally tell him to. I've been there. I went right away, but
I know. No. But like your husband is the one that likes wine sometimes too, so he needs to go.
He did actually say, because last night we had a date night because I had family pictures. You guys, it was the worst thing ever. And Elle was so bad. Like she's going to look so scary. Like her hair, just nothing was cooperating with that little girl. Like when people say they want their kid to walk, I'm like, for what? But we did family pictures. So like my makeup was done and stuff. And I'm like, let's go out. And so we went out. What was the point of the story?
About
my husband, I was like, we've been spending so much. I'm like, I was being a cheap ass. I was like, just drink at home. Like before, like have one drink and then we'll go. It's like right next to our house, one drink. Like that way don't like feel obligated to order a drink. He's like, I literally have no drinks at all. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, how do we not? Like, how do we not? And so like, my whole point is like, if he goes to your store, like he can get drinks, but like, I know you guys have wine, but he still likes wine.
Yeah, and like I mean, Jacob's that type of person that like if he likes one wine, he can tell us, and we'll give him a deal on like the like box of it. He just has to tell Val.
I don't know why you're selling me on it. Like you tell him that.
I know.
Well,
because we like go to another store and do that. It's like just come to ours and we'll give it to you.
100%. That is my husband to a T.
I know.
Which is
it's like you just ask.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And
who's going to be the godmother of the baby?
Oh my gosh, we're not talking about that yet.
You guys, my husband yesterday when we were out to dinner, like called Shantel to say I'm not going to be it. And we actually started talking about BravoCon too, because I was telling my husband, I was like, I really think it would be a good opportunity for me to go to BravoCon even without Shantel. Like we're really missing out here. Like I know I want Shantel. And I saw our Patreon listeners and every one of them were like, you need to go, Roxanne. And my husband,
I told you, I said, why don't you just why don't you and Jacob just go? Like make it like a trip and just go with your husband. And like a lot of people are like, why aren't you just going and like meeting up this person? You guys, Rexiana is just so like, I think even traveling by herself, she can't do it. So it's like she needs someone to go with her. Like
I'm a passenger princess. Like
yeah.
when I travel with Shantel, she's doing everything. When I travel with my husband, he's doing everything. Like for me to go on an airplane by myself, where like never. You guys, I can't do that. I wasn't made for that. So no, like I'm not that person. So that's one of my reasons. But he was like, I want to go. And he's like, but like, I don't want to be like your assistant. Like he goes, you do you. And he's like, but like, I'm not trying to be your assistant. And he's like, and I just know you. Like, I'll take pictures. And I'm like, no, that was bad. What kind of picture is that? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. I was like, you're not going to be like my assistant. He's like, well, no, I'll support you. But like, I just don't want you to be so bossy on me, like about it. And I'm like, I don't know if you're the right person for me. So I don't know. We'll see. We do still have some time. We have no tickets, but if we're
going to get you there, we're going to find a way to get you there.
If we can, the fact that we have no fucking tickets is crazy to me.
I know.
So yeah, if you guys like know anyone who's like selling BravoCon tickets, like let us know. But yeah. All right. Well, I need to get the kiddos ready to come to your house, Shantel. So
yes, we'll see you guys later. And you guys, thank you so much for the messages. I love you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. I was reading them one time at one of the feedings at nighttime, and it made me smile so much. Like you guys have been so supportive, and we really, really, really love you guys so much.
Wait, hold on, you guys. So Shantel posted a picture on Instagram, like on her personal Instagram. And she posted on her personal Instagram. And like she did do a collab with her husband, but like, I don't know, he doesn't really post often. And she got like 800 likes. Like obviously 800 likes is nothing, but to a personal account, I'm like, I literally texted her. I was like, are you a celeb? Like, what is this? Like, you know? And I was like, just dying. And then like on our Patreon, we had like posted about Danny like right away. And I was like, why does Shantel have 1 million more responses than I ever did?
No, that is so false. Like we'll go back to your L days.
No, I swear. And I was like, of course, like Shantel is everyone's fucking chosen child. So like, this is bitch, what? So we all have one of those in our life where they're just the chosen one, but we like accept it and we're like happy for them. So you're lucky. It's you. Thank God it's you. Like, you know, because it's like the most deserving human alive. Ew, like this is too much for me. All right, well.
Bye. Thank you guys.
All right, bye.
If you have questions about anything about that kind of stuff, let me know and I'll respond because I am passionate about it now that I could say I did it.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Well, bye guys.
Bye.
He expressed sadness before bringing up Karen's recent stint behind bars for DUI, saying one might opine that perhaps Karen was made an example of and suggest like the same was happening here. So here's what Candace said. She said $300 and we're arresting a mother and a father. Business owners, entrepreneurs. We know that the Osefos have a very successful marijuana business. They are providing jobs and opportunities for people of color in the area. So my first thought is, are they being targeted? And she's like, I know the Osefas. I know their children. I know their family. I'm heartbroken. It just feels like someone is out to get the girls. Like, dude, I can't. She says, how are two women from the same show that features African-American women in the climate that we're living in today, where people are being picked up and snatched off the street from nonsense? I would like to see everything before I make my final thought. And that was her response. That was Candace's response.
I mean, like, that's so silly because like they did a crime that no one will stand behind. You know, it's not just this one person, like a DUI that is done multiple times, like has nothing to do with race, gender, anything. Okay. It's she did a crime and she has to, you know, go and pay the time for it.
I don't think one person thought that Karen was getting made an example of.
No.
Now, if she got one DUI, okay. 2 DUI, maybe. 3 DUI. Didn't she get 4?
I think there was like one. Yeah, I think it was like 4. Like there was one really back
in
the day.
3 or 4. There's no like what? What do you mean? Like Karen was never made an example of. So she actually got off the hook for the like first 2. So I don't know why. Oh, this was her 4th drunk driving offense. Like that's fucking scary, Candace. So I don't know what you're saying when it comes to the Karen thing. Like Karen got what she deserved. Like, and then it just makes me think about the hockey player, Shantel, it's those two hockey brothers that like died. But it's like, it's not one. Okay. One, like, let's just say like, okay, she doesn't need to go behind jail, but like she deserves serious consequences. That was her fourth one.
Yeah.
So
that was like so silly of her.
Luann has gotten arrested. Like
Yeah.
Teresa went to jail for something we all know Teresa had no fucking idea what was happening. Okay. So she went to jail and left her 4 daughters. Like that was getting made of an example, like not 4 DUIs and not this, like this emails between husband and wife saying, what else can we say to get more money back? And then literally like, in that interview with
and maybe like I do want to say this, like there could be something where, someone did come into their home. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say someone came into their home and they only stole one thing. Like then they took it upon themselves to come up with this like elaborate thing. And then they started just going and going and going and going. But that also still is an issue. So but like Shantel, you can go ahead.
Well, I was going to say like, even her saying like, our neighborhood, I moved into my neighborhood because it was safe. Like the value of all those homes go down because a robbery had happened. The fear in all their neighbors' lives, the fact that all the neighbors have to spend so much more money on cameras, on all this stuff, and just have fear that their kids can't run around anymore because this house had this crazy robbery with all the stolen items. Like, and luckily they were on vacation though. Like, you don't realize like how that affects so many people.
Yeah. It really is so crazy. Wow. And at the day of age of like, we all have a green cameras and things like that. And then they can get access to those and they don't see anything. Like, it's just like you forget to think about all those things. And then going on podcasts, like I even say for me and you, like, I mean, we just talk about other people, but like they can always take a snippet of what we're saying and like use it against us one day. And it's like so scary because like, that's what we're doing now. And it's like, you just get so caught up in what you're doing. You don't even realize.
But I don't think it's something we ever fear because we're not doing anything,
No, I know, but it's just like
we live a very like average, like middle class life.
I know. I'm just saying in general. But it just
it could. Yeah. I mean, it's again very, very shocking. I'm sure there's going to be so much more to come, but my whole thing where I lose any ounce of like respect for them is the fact that they both are smiling in their mugshots. Like this is not funny at all. And people like you will be made an example of because you are so confident and you're smiling and you're smirking, but there's literally documentation, email proof of you and your husband saying like, how else can we scheme the system?
I would still like to see them being filmed.
Sure.
I would still like to see
it
unfold. Like, yeah,
absolutely don't fire them.
This is the stuff that we like to see. It's entertainment. Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, but I want to see it and I want to see it unfold.
Yeah, I don't think she should be fired or anything. I just think, I mean, she knows this because she has an opinion of like, just like we do. And the consequences are public opinion. And how people see you and think of you.
And like the fact that even how she was with the whole Karen stuff, it's like, it's just, you guys, like, this is just so crazy. It's like, you cannot like, when you're living a life and you're doing these things, like you should be so calculated on how you react to other people's like wrongdoings. Yeah. You should be so like cautious and careful and being so much more calculated than you are and not go the other way and make it seem like you're on a pedestal.
She was definitely trying to keep up with the Joneses and it didn't. Yeah, it's not good. I'm so interested. But, even when we had I had posted on our Patreon and every single one of our listeners, even I haven't checked our Instagram DMs yet, but everyone is equally as shocked. Like we're all shocked because I would just never think this could be her. I really would never think this was her. Same. She instilled in my head, what a success she was and how she knows right from wrong. And what kind of family they are.
And Eddie too, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie, the perfect husband.
Yeah, Eddie was always someone that I got good vibes from. Maybe it wasn't Wendy, but Eddie always seemed like a good, family.
No, he seemed like a guy who she tells him what to say and how to act before, and it's not real. They were never getting their real relationship. Yeah, they were giving like, just like how even Karen talks to her husband, like they like practiced before. And so like, yeah, no, she never gave me that. I wonder what Giselle and Ashley are thinking. Because
Well,
I feel like
I'm
Giselle
sure
and Ashley always like got shit. And Giselle and Wendy just moved forward.
yeah, Giselle's for sure going to talk about it on her podcast. So whoever is on her Patreon, let us know what her and Robin are going to say.
Is she strictly Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but I'm sure. Let me look. I don't want to say that, but I think so. I think
well,
they are. They like started the Patreon train.
Yeah. Well, that's everything that we have so far on Wendy. We'll keep you updates, whether it's like with Shantel or me by myself. We'll keep you updated on absolutely everything. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you guys learn more information here listening to us, but
I learned more. Thank you, Rexia.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry that we only had one episode. Chantel just had a baby. We're going to talk her on the next episode. We will be talking about her birth story, everything. And if you guys know, we'll talk about it on the next episode with her. So thank you guys for listening. We love you guys. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, it's Melissa Rivers, and just for a few minutes every week, I invite you inside my group text. Every episode, we tackle everything from red carpet fashion and binge-worthy reboots to the joys and, of course, surprising realities of being an empty nester. But the real fun is who I'm chatting with. We've laughed with Bianca Del Rio, dishing on Dragon fame.
And usually I say, if I'm thinking it, someone else is thinking it.
We've heard heartfelt stories with Sarah Drew from Grey's Anatomy.
We have been anxious for 2.5 years, and so have our children.
We've gotten real with Sheena Shea on life after Vanderpump Rules.
That was the chapter about my husband having an affair when I was pregnant.
We've broken down reality TV drama with, Gina Kirschenheiter.
If you're a newbie, you shouldn't be talking. Who are you? And I didn't understand that.
These are the kind of conversations that feel like they come right from your own text. Authentic, unexpected, and full of heart. So if you love reality TV, Hollywood, and pop culture with a touch of personality thrown in, join my group text by subscribing now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you tune in. I'll save you a spot.